Hey guys, how are you doing? Welcome back to the Hypermine vanilla server. Where are we? Yeah, so as you should know, or most of you will know, I'm been hunting for squid ink for the ridiculous amount of black glass I need to make for my tower, which is only the first of three. So yeah, I got kind of bored of it. So I went for a bit of a wander and I found a bit of desert with, well, barely any water, in range, in render range. And I've created this little kind of temporary ghetto squid farm thingy. It's kind of similar to one I did in the last season, with only one water column instead of, I think it was four in my castle. Yeah, underneath my castle. And, it's quite simple. You've got a single source block at the top. So squid can spawn in there between, I think it's 63 and, I don't know, I think 20 blocks deep or something, 30 blocks deep. And they spawn in there and they get rapidly pushed out to the sides, fall down and hit these hoppers and die. And it's, well, there you go. I was hoping one would spawn as soon as I looked away. There you go. It's not the fastest thing in the world, mainly because there's someone else on the server. Dolan's on the server, so he is taking his share of the squid spawning. I bet he's reasonably near water. It can be reasonably fast, but, you'd need, 4, 5, 6, 8, 27 columns of these like this to make it a decent speed, but it's doing the job. So I maybe came here with 2.5 stacks and I've got another stack and a half, and yeah, I found it more interesting to do that than it was to wander around rivers trying to kill squid. So yeah, now I say it's temporary because I've really not put much work into it in terms of making it look nice, and also it's out north, I believe, of picked them up out north of the desert where we get our sand from. There we go, temp squid farm. And I have a feeling someone wants to build over here. I can't remember who said it. Might have been Audio, might have been Dolan. I can't remember. Yeah, I haven't been bothered to ask. But, if someone wants to build out here, free squid farm or tear it down. I really don't mind. If any of the guys want to go over and use it or improve it or expand it or whatever they want to do, then they can do that. Awesome. There we go. There you go, guys. So yeah, let's head. What we're going to do today, I'm not entirely certain. First thing we're going to do though is I'm going to head back over. I'm going to show you the completed residential train loop thingy. We'll take a quick ride around. Here we go. Right, awesome. Okay, so come on, server. Wow. That is quite a fair amount of lag there. Am I about to get teleported back to the portal? Yeah, I think the server might be having a problem today. So, okay, right, brilliant. We're missing a cart. That's interesting. We're missing 2 carts. Let me give the server a chance to catch up. I got disconnected. Have I duplicated myself somehow accidentally? I've seen a Zoomer do this. Let's see if we can freak Dolan out. Oh no, cheaty items. I didn't really want cheaty. Right. I don't. uh, Mwahahaha. Crazy. Silly Minecraft. Minecraft. Okay, well, I don't know. That was not intentional. Um, yeah, tell me what you think I should do with all that extra kit. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Right, okay, let's have a ride around here. Can I let me in? Thank you. So yes, our train loop is done. It takes about 2 minutes to get around if you're sharpish about the changeovers, which is a reasonable time. Certainly faster than running. Probably, I don't know. You might be able to ender pearl around faster, although you wouldn't do a loop with ender pearls because that would be kind of weird. Probably not as fast as using a half decent horse. But frankly, when is public transport faster than using your own wheels, hooves thing? So yeah, but it works pretty nicely. I'm fairly happy with it. It's not all I hoped it would be in the when I originally conceived of the idea of, yeah, carts are broken at the moment, of elevated rails back before the server even started. This is what I was thinking about. So it's not all I hoped it would be when I originally thought about it, but given the constraints I've been under, not not too bad. Not too bad. Oop. And somehow I'm getting up to about 10 minutes, nearly 10 minutes without having actually done anything. It does seem to me that I do start my episodes and I spend about 10 minutes before I do anything. And then I've not got enough time to do anything. It's just me rambling. I don't know. Doesn't seem like the best way to do things to me, but it seems to be what I do all the time. So I see you, witch. So yeah, but there we go. There's the entire loop. As I said last episode, I redirected this down here. That needs some pillar under it. And you come into the other side of the low level line here, and boom, done. So yeah, this needs a bit of prettying up. I need to cover it all over with these slabs, and I think those slabs are going to be the floor. I will like slab the entire floor of this building out, and we'll use that as our base for doing stuff and things on the top level. Because obviously, well, not so obviously, but the plan is to build a structure on top of this, a building that is going to kind of be an homage to Glasgow Central Station, the great Victorian railway stations that you get in Britain. The Victorians, I don't know, they had a thing about railway stations. They couldn't just let them alone and let them be a railway station. So you've got shops and all sorts of stuff going on in Victorian era railway stations. So yeah, that's a thing we can emulate there. I'll put some space for shops up here and also some space for shops somewhere else, but I will get to that in a moment. I think what I might do is spend a bit of time just down here, see if I can tidy this up a little bit, get some sort of design going. I've already thought about it a tad, not in any great detail, but I was kind of thinking, not sure I like the granite. Diorite. I'm really falling back on the diorite. Or I could go with andesite. No, it's too much grey. I'm kind of thinking that what we might do is something along the lines of this. One of those is cheaty. Did I knock a cart out? I think I knocked a cart out there. Yeah, you can go in there. Yeah, I knocked a cart back, in fact. Go back where you're meant to be. There we go. No walking on the tracks. So, yeah, I was kind of thinking, did I put both spades away? I did put both spades away. That we could do something like diorite or, some sort of backing material. Let's try diorite. There. This is our floor / ceiling level here. Like that. And I think, yeah, we'll put some more diorite there and just kind of make it a little bit of an arch there. Yeah. And then each of these will also have kind of an archiness to it. Like that. And obviously these will get filled in as well. Like that. Boom, 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 boom. And then more. Give me more. Like that. And then obviously this is going to need to get filled in. It's going to take a lot of slabs. And it's going to be a lot of slabs, in fact. And then behind here, more diorite. Boop. It's a thing. It's a thing that could be done. I could put paintings in these areas, which would let me hide glowstone for lighting. And I'll do that. And it is a public, it's a utility area. Not a utility area, but, it's it is a train station. It's not like the Louvre or something we're building here. And, I think that would be okay. In fact, let's use Silk Touch so I can harvest the smooth for more slabs. Let me work on this a bit more and hopefully even get it finished up, and I'll come back to you. Okay, right, let's have a look at what I have done before we do something else. So we've got a neat little staircase down here, and by neat I mean, tidy, not clever or anything. And we come in here and this looks pretty train stationy to me. We've got all the arches in place and the diorite. I think it's pretty nice. It's not too contrasty. And there's not too many places where I've forgotten to put all the pieces in. And it kind of gets pinched in here for the entrance and exit tunnels out to the outside world. And we've got adverts, some of which have captions. I think it's I think this is okay. That's not okay. I think it works okay. Yeah. So what are we going to do next? So yeah, we've had this kind of messy, placeholdery, cobbly bit of this, bit of that wall for ages now. And I figure it's time. Oh, you're watching me, are you? I think it's time to actually do something about it. And I think what we're going to do is we're going to put kind of shops, archways, with shop spaces underneath. So I'm not sure where it goes under these. That might be a bit of an issue. It will be tight. Maybe we'll just avoid the bits like there. But basically, we'll just kind of dig out. Yeah, so we'll just dig out nice kind of wideish space like that, and we'll dig kind of back into here. And I think I think there's room to do this under the train station without impeding into too much into the sort of things that I want to do under here. The two low level lines. I don't think they're gonna. In the end, the wiring has not taken up much space at all. So yeah, we'll dig that sort of back like that. We'll have a kind of a space for a shop here with kind of an arch. So we're going to end up taking pretty much all of this wall up, actually, thinking about it. Maybe like this. We'll grab some stone bricks. Yes, I know. There's a real hate on the stone bricks recently. A real hate on it. I've heard people say it's the worst, worst texture in the game, and I think that's very harsh. Let's do that perhaps, or maybe we'll do upside down stairs. Yeah, so we'll do like a kind of archway like that, and then I think used appropriately, there's nothing wrong with stone bricks. The problem is if you just build out of stone bricks, then it's a creepy cave noise. If you just build out of stone bricks, then that is an issue. That's when stuff starts looking like poop. Yeah, I think. Let's see. So we'll do that and that. What is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then, yeah, down like that. But then people don't like cobble either. And I actually really enjoy building out of cobble. Now, even when I was running the vanilla texture pack, in fact, I think this probably, we probably will use cobble here like this. And I know it looks lovely in Faithful, but even in vanilla, if you use it correctly, by correctly, oh, phone buzzing. By correctly, I primarily mean you use it with other materials, or well, yeah, even in places where it's appropriate to have cobble, you use it alongside other stuff. Oh, I've still got a bit of track there. That doesn't matter if that gets ripped out, because that was meant to be. That was where that was meant to go, and I changed my mind. Okay, apparently I left the game. The server's struggling today. But yeah, if you use it appropriately with other materials, in conjunction with other materials, then it is not a bad texture. And the same for cobble, and the same goes with stone brick. I mean, honestly, a lot of people, they mentioning no names, but smooth stone seems to be a building block of choice, and I really like smooth stone, but it's much nicer if you use it. That was wrong. If you use it with other textures, you give it a trim. Otherwise, it's very plain and samey, which I think is the problem that people have with stone brick, because it's like once you get that material, the temptation is to go kind of crazy with the stone brick, and just build like big, massive blank walls of stone brick, and that does look rubbish. Like that. Yeah, I think that'll work. And then we're going to want to skip that because we'll have platforms above it. Do we want to put... Let's see, we're going to want a stone brick corner. Come here. Let me up. Do. Yeah, and then can we fit another one in? So that would be that stone brick. Then 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stone brick. We can possibly just about fit a final arch in that position. 3, 4, 5, yeah. Like that. Fill those up. And more smooth. Yeah, it's nice. Awesome. That is a thing. It is a thing. So what we need to do is we need to dig some big rooms back here. And I don't know whether people actually use these kind of spaces as for, you know, put some shops in there, because we have got a big city to fill. But honestly, well, what am I saying? I'm saying a thing. Yeah, we've got a big city to fill, so, you know, people might not want to use these plots. But that's what I was going to say. Honestly, the wall needs something. It can't just be a wall. It needs something. And in my experience, a big wall like this, especially one underneath a train station in Britain, is likely to have shops in. So I am going to spend a little bit of time kind of poking around here. I'm wondering, actually, yeah, that's... No, it's not as tall as I'd like. Might have to have a stone slab ceiling like that. Yeah, I think that they will have to have tile ceilings. But yeah, that's okay. That's a thing. I did have a thought, actually, just then. Do I have any over here? Clay. Oh, I've got some cyan. But I use cyan for a lot of stuff. Maybe... Right, let's quickly head back over to Woollyworks, even. Woollyworks, that's what it's called. We'll grab some clay, and I think what we'll do is we'll put some different coloured sort of flashes, trims, I don't know what you'd call them, across the top. So let's see. Nom nom nom. Right, okay, so what we can do... Oh, could have done with another colour. Never mind. We can put that there, and that can be like a place to put signs on, to say what the name of the shop is. And, you know, if people... What I'll probably do is I'll probably put like kind of made up shops, you know, like empty shops in here, or I don't know, empty. Maybe I won't actually pre-populate them, and that way, if someone wants to build a shop in these kind of spaces that I'm laying out, then maybe that can be a thing. Red, like that, and I'll need another colour for down there. You see, when it was just one, I was not sure. I was thinking I'd made a mistake there, but actually, with a few, that doesn't look too bad. That's like a kind of a thing where they've decided to put these colour flashes. So obviously, the builder of the railway station, me, has decided to put plot, have these plots for shops so he can make a bit of money with this dead, what would otherwise be dead space down here. And he basically has designed a frontage that's like kind of a generic frontage, put flashes of colour on there, and then it's up to the individual shop owners to come along and you know take like the kind of the bare bones of what they've been provided in their lease and actually make a thing out of it. That's pretty good. Like it. Need extra colour over there. Anyway, let me let me dig these out very briefly. I think we might be coming up to 30 minutes now. And you know what? I should make this into a thing to match the other side. So stone bricks down, or the other corner rather. Can I? Boop. There we go. And then stone brick up there. And then some upside down stairs. Boom, boom. Take that one out. Put it with cobble. Replace it with cobble even. No, I'll make it square because it doesn't look right with it being joined there. So there we go. Awesome. Right. Okay, well, I'm going to dig that out. And yeah, I'll come back to you. Right, well, we are about done for this episode, I think. Don't you agree? We've done a few things and a few stuffs. Yeah, I'm just wiring in some basic sliding glass doors. Nothing too fancy. They're not hipster or anything like that, but you know, these are simple little builds for low rent commercial unit things. Yeah, let's just button this last one up. I decided I am going to leave these with nothing inside, so because if I build something, then there's really no reason for other people to come. I may revisit them if they remain empty and put some stuff in there, but yeah, just little, you know, a newsagent's, a tie shop or something. I don't know, but yeah, that makes a real difference to this wall. I really like the coloured sign, sort of signage areas. I think that adds a nice little splash of colour. Not so keen on the piston heads, but I haven't got room to do anything fancier than that unless I made it to rise out of the floor, I guess. But yeah, that is all we have time for today. And I think that we shall call it an end at that. One last thing. I guess I asked for input at the earlier when I duplicated all my stuff accidentally. Although I kind of thought it. I don't know. I knew in the back of my mind it would happen. I guess we have to get rid of that as well because I'd seen it happen in Azuma's videos. I think that's fair enough. The rest of it was pretty junky. But yeah, I kind of also forgot that it was going to happen. Really? Okay, right. Well, I'm going to leave that there to despawn because I've figured out what I'm doing with the cheaty diamonds, by the way. I am going to do something with those, but not for myself. But yeah, so I'm going to let those despawn. No, it's too close to my chest. Thought I could bring the creeper over maybe, but yeah. Anyway, thank you for joining us. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. And until next time, guys, take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.